All right, the music cut out, so we're going to go live right now. My name is Nate Manahan, and I'm here in Indianapolis, Indiana, where today we're going to take a little journey down a little memory lane, but now we're going to look at a bright future for a company that I met. I remember, I think it was at the Gaylord in Orlando 2017, I think, maybe 2016. I could look that up, but I should have. But they were the first POS that we found that I was there with Stacy Carrillo. We had a booth set up on the other side. I remember walking over and seeing all these people in these beautiful lays doing the luau, being happy, being excited. And Stacy said, I found a POS that does cash discounting. And we had been looking for that. We were excited for that. We were all rent and we ran over there. And then we've been in business ever since in multiple different ways. And we're here to talk about their next generation. But before I do that, let me bring the man, the myth, the legend, the true POS pro, the one who brings the hawk to Mohawk, Mr. Matt Proctor. How are you, sir? It's good to see you.
Good to see you, Nate. Thanks for the intro, buddy. Yeah, if I remember right, Nate, and it was, I think, 2017, we replaced a lot of NCR Silver with Paradise because of the similar capabilities, but Paradise with the better support, another iPad solution. So it's really exciting. It's been a long partnership. Obviously, throughout the years, things have changed. We pivoted several times. They've added some amazing features. And I'm excited today to really introduce three of my friends that we've been together for so long. And I want to make sure all of you agents out there know who these guys are. Okay? You're going to see their names. You're going to hear them chat. So as far as the demos, okay, when we're doing demos, you're still going to submit leads, guys. My team's going through it, but you're going to have the one and only Luke Thornton for the demo, or possibly the guru himself, Jason Bush, jumping in. I still ask Jason questions. I don't know what the heck is going on. And then we're blessed today to have one and only CEO, the boss himself, Gerald Putney. Great to see you guys. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having us.
So much, Nate and Matt.
I was told, I'm not going to give my sources. I was told that, Gerald, you were recently voted most sexiest man in Tyler, Texas. Is that true?
That's true. That's true. 2 years in a row now.
2 in a row. I love it.
All right, so let's just start out for the very basics and just ask little personal / business questions. Can each of you give us just a short bio of yourself and how long and how you got into payments and or Paradise? If you entered into payments in the POS space before Paradise, and kind of your journey. Obviously, there's three of you on the screen. I'm going to go left to right on my screen, so we'll go Jason, Gerald, Luke, and let you guys kind of give us your personal bio into how you got to Paradise.
Yeah, so I was actually one of their test beta sites as a restaurant manager. I've been in the managing restaurants for about 25 years, and I brought their system in, replaced Aloha, used it for a year and a half, and went to work for them. I've been here for about 9.5 years, and I've enjoyed every minute of it. My biggest reason for coming aboard was because I felt that the software could actually help people stay in business and keep businesses running.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
And Gerald.
Hey guys, I've been in the payment space for a little over 15 years. I was involved with Paradise from inception. And Jason is an amazing story. Again, managing a very successful business using our software, and decided to come on board and pitch it for us. So amazing story there. So nice to see everyone. Thank you so much.
All right, and Luke.
Yeah, so I actually moved down here about 3 years ago from Chicago. I spent about 8 years as a restaurant manager on the Chicago scene there. But it just seemed like a good time to move south, move my family south, and I was lucky enough to be put in contact with the awesome team here at Paradise. So I've worked with multiple systems. I've done everything there is to do in the restaurant space, so I know what those folks need. But yeah, I've been here for about 3 years now.
Yep. See, and people call me crazy, Nate, but I only hire restaurant people because they know the point of sale world. They know how to talk to restaurant managers and owners. And that's why my most successful reps all have backgrounds in managing restaurants. Same with me, 20 years managing restaurants. So, Jason, I didn't know that you had Aloha. You actually switched. That's great for our partners to hear. So you had one of the old school, like the Coke and Pepsi with Micros and Aloha. And that was probably a big change for the staff, to go to an iPad.
It wasn't a huge change because you know, I worked with Jesse, the creator of the software, pretty hand in hand, and he took a lot of the test sites and kind of combined different point of sales to make sure that they were covering reporting and the needs of the business owners. So I had a lot of
Nice.
input, on what I used and what I needed and how to make it better. And it all came out, with a wonderful, put together package.
Yeah. Well, and let's be honest, the front end and the capabilities of what you can do on the front end of Paradise, I can't do that in Aloha. I can't just create a button, a category. There's a lot of just fun things you can do, and it makes it so user friendly that is night and day to Aloha. And so that's pretty cool. Sorry, Nate, you get ready to
Oh,
ask a question?
no, you're good. You're good. So I'll start with this, and I think I'll go to Gerald on this. Kind of give us the short history of Paradise, where Paradise started, and and what was the value proposition and the reason for starting Paradise, and kind of a short version of the evolution of Paradise that brings us to today.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to keep it short, to be honest with you. Try and do one of Matt's 2-minute drills, I guess.
Yeah.
But
You watched. I appreciate you're watching our content. So yeah, you got that.
I forgot about that. Is that the one where you just drilled me, Nate, on like every system?
And it's one of our most popular videos. We reuse it all the time and all kinds of stuff because it's just a great, quick way to learn a bunch of stuff about our POS stuff. But we appreciate it. Okay, back to the 2-minute drill for you on Paradise. Though I'm not putting you on the clock.
Yeah, so we built Paradise because we saw a need in the system for a true agnostic point of sale system in the industry. A lot of systems, as y'all know, throughout the years have been purchased and bought up. And so our goal was to create a system that wouldn't go that route. And so, yes, y'all met us at SEAA 7 or 8 years ago. When we launched the product, we spent 2.5 years in development. We tend to take credit for building the point of sale system, but in reality, it was our clients, our merchants. We all took feedback from them, from the systems that they were using, what they liked, what they didn't like, and built a system that met their needs and their demands. And we've done nothing but continue to improve and build on that with the feedback from our clients over these years to get Paradise to the point it is today. And so hopefully we'll get to speak a little more of that today, but in a gist, that's what we've done. We're in all 50 states within the United States. All of our support is handled entirely in-house. It's not US based, it's literally in our headquarters. So we take it a step further than most other systems. And that's what we pride ourselves on is taking care of our clients and winning their business every day.
Perfect. Look at that. That was good timing.
That was. And so let's take you back to your first merchants that you sold to that weren't your current merchants. And as you start selling the product, not cold calling, but putting it out in the market and putting it in, what were the features that set you apart to begin with? Obviously on the payment side, you were looking for agnostic. So it was things like PayProTec could come in and sell it. But what were some of those features that the merchants were saying, man, I really like that feature. I like how this works, that helped build some momentum for Paradise? I don't know who wants to answer that, but Gerald, great.
So I'll try and mention some of the big ones, just that was kind of unique. For one, we were one of the first point of sale systems to launch with the ability to do cash discounting. And you alluded to that into the introduction, and y'all have mentioned that in past podcasts, but that's one of the biggest things that sets us apart. Tablet-based. We were one of the first tablet-based point of sale systems. And I believe when we launched, we were the only peer-to-peer tablet-based point of sale system, which was extremely unique for us. I only mentioned that, we'll lead into that, but we're no longer utilize that. But peer-to-peer was unique in the fact that technically we didn't need internet to be able to manage and run the business on a day-to-day. And so that was a huge plus for us. And then of course, service, in-house local support, things of that sort. Those are the biggest things that really set us apart at launch time.
So having not been in Tyler, Texas, but I have a general feel of where Tyler, Texas. I've been to several other cities in Texas. What makes Tyler the special place to be able to create something like Paradise that then can serve all 50 states, whether you're in the metropolises of New York, Chicago, LA, but also serving the brick and mortar store in, Small town Iowa. I don't know. Dubuque, Iowa. I don't know. You have to choose something there. But
Duke.
what's been able to what's been able to bridge the gap where you can work Paradise in a rural situation to in the biggest cities, where you're bringing people that are working in restaurants and they're actually coming to work from you from Chicago. So I don't know who.
Yeah, so for us, I think we're in a great spot. For one, we're pretty rural. So a lot of originally when we started our business, it was shaking hands, face to face business, and so it's looking a client in the face and saying, I'm going to take care of you, and then making sure that you follow through with that. And then we've got Dallas and Shreveport. We're like right in the middle of two very large metros for our area. So it allowed us to grow and understand those client bases very easily, so that we could expand into larger areas in other metros in other states.
Matt, jump in here anytime with the question.
Yeah. Well, Gerald, back to when we were talking about growth earlier. How early on was it where you guys realized, okay, it's like we got a great product here. We know people are loving it. We're doing. Let's start bringing on some resellers like Redfin, like PayProTec. Was that pretty early on, or were you guys hesitant? You wait a while before you brought on different partner channels like that, I should say.
No, it was immediate. That was our goal was to create a system that ISOs like you guys would want to sell and want to offer to your clients. Again, we felt that there was something amiss in the market, and we felt that we could meet that demand and that requirement that not everybody has the funds to develop a point of sale system or the will to make it through the early years. It's definitely a struggle, a lot of hurdles to overcome. And so we wanted to take that task on to allow plenty of other ISOs or even agents themselves to come in and offer a solution that gave them the control of the processing side of it, but gave the merchants the features and the functionalities that they demanded for their own business to stay competitive within their market.
Yeah, and I think you guys have done a good job of pivoting, like you said, throughout the years. Go ahead,
Absolutely.
Nate.
No, you're good. No, it was me mishitting. Like I told the guys earlier, I'm going to mishit a button. I got too many buttons going on here, and I just put myself on the screen instead. I was thinking, you have been at the beginning, obviously a cash discounting, dual pricing, really you were at the tail end of EMV, but the semi-integrated, there have been a lot of changes, and you guys were really, you kind of hit the wave and the wave just kept growing. How have you guys navigated all the changes? I mean, COVID obviously created changes, the integrations to third-party apps like DoorDash and Uber Eats. When you jumped into a restaurant world, it had been pretty static for 10 years, and you guys jumped in right when things just went bonkers. How have you been able to navigate that change and make sure that you're still relevant to the market?
That's really listening to customer demand, to be honest with you. Yes, we've gone through numerous changes, various hardwares, upgrades, numerous versions of iOS, iPad upgrades, various hardware innovations. If y'all recall, I mean, we used to have hardwire kits and miniature Pi routers and things of that sort. And we've moved past all that now with the more simplified installation. And a lot of that's due to some of the major infrastructure changes that we've made in literally the last year or so. And having printers, things of that sort that allow us to directly hardwire or connect into them for the internet connection. So it eliminates a lot of those failure points and ancillary hardware pieces that we had in the past. So not just going from what customers are wanting or resellers are wanting and getting that feedback, but also seeing innovations in hardware that allow us to progress with the easier system to utilize and install.
Yeah, and I want to jump in here, Nate, on that same point for all the partners watching who maybe you sold Paradise before. Okay, maybe you're used to that Pi, that hardwire kit. Maybe you had a conversation with Jesse one time. Whatever might happen, Paradise has been evolving and it's been changing. I mean, it's amazing what Gerald and Jason, Luke, and their team is doing right now, as far as, like you said, upgrading that hardware. We were talking about integration to PAX devices, the other day through EPX, and the ability to do that. So I want everyone to keep that in mind who's watching this right now. Okay, this is not the exact same paradise as it was a year ago, year and a half ago. Right now, with that being said, I do have a question. My question is for Luke. Right. So, Luke, there's a lot of family members that I feel like work there. There's some Putneys that work there. There's some Bushes. How old are your children, Luke? And when are you going to start having them work for Paradise?
Well, my oldest is 6, and then I have a 4-year-old, a 2-year-old, and a 3 or 4-month-old. So the 6-year-old will probably start working here within the next couple of years.
Yeah.
But then from there, the
At least
4-year-old's
testing
got a great
terminals.
work ethic. The 4-year-old's got a great work ethic, so we might stick her in deployment here pretty soon as well.
Luke is single-handedly creating our future.
There we go.
I love it.
I like that.
Well, our partners like that, guys, because it's family oriented. Just like at PayProTec, we talk about our family all the time. When you bring new partners in, they're coming into our family, and so I love that we can proudly speak about that with the Paradise team.
Matt, off the top of your head, and I should have asked you, we could actually look this and had real numbers. How many different partners have sold a Paradise in the last 8 years? Do you have a guesstimate?
Oh, jeez. Former partners and everything.
Yeah,
huh?
total. I just because I was going to throw a number out there, but I didn't. And you obviously, so for fact checkers in the future, don't hold Matt to this. But
yeah, I'd say at least 250 or 300, because a lot of the partners sold multiple Paradise. Like, once they got on board and they liked it, they're putting it in 10 different restaurants or retail, whatever it might be. So we had a lot of repeat, the same groups, the same ISOs itself. I mean, heck, I've got a Paradise right down the street, Indie Tacos. I installed that in 2019, and I just swapped them out for new hardware and keep them all going, I think, a year and a half ago. Unfortunately, the former owner passed away and his brother-in-law took over, but we were able to keep him on board. Never any issue on the Paradise side. He was using that old school pie and everything. It worked, so I just swapped him out and gave him another pie. So yeah, it's just.
So, and the reason I asked that, is there are hundreds of our partners who have sold this already, and we're coming into a phase where, yes, we're not selling as many Paradises as we used to. And one of the things we're going to say today is, it's not your grandma's Paradise POS. It's something maybe you should look at again.
Absolutely.
What are some of those features and growth that is happening right now? Why our partners should be involved? So Matt, I'll let you drive this discussion and let you, Luke, get Luke and Jason and Gerald in, kind of helping us do that. What are some of the things they should look at? Because this is why they should take a second look at Paradise.
Well, and I'd love for you guys to explain a little more detail what you mentioned, you touched on a little bit earlier, Gerald, because that was a frustration that I know some agents had with multi-location, looking at 3 to 6 stations, and that communication in the kitchen, and all of that's been improved. I'd love for you guys to touch on that, kind of explain, that the manga or whatever, however you want to explain it, guys. I want to make sure they understand.
Yeah. So historically, we operated on a peer-to-peer setup, as I mentioned, which meant that we relied entirely on a local network connection for the devices to be able to communicate with each other. We spent the last 2 years building and developing a whole new platform that moved us to a cloud-first solution, basically a cloud-only solution, very similar to like what you would see with Clover or a Toast or even a Square type setup. And so what that did is that allowed us, we realized that some of these merchants, most of our clients are small to medium-sized businesses. So generally locally owned mom and pop shops, and they're leasing buildings, and they don't have control over the networks necessarily in those buildings or how renovated or modern that those networks are. And so a lot of the stuff that we created over the years was to overcome that. So rather than trying to overcome it and create additional failure points, we've been working on a whole new platform. So now Paradise operates cloud primarily, cloud first. It has put us in a better light where we were able to completely eliminate necessarily the need for the hardware kits. We still offer them because we still believe in an Ethernet connection, but the point of sale system operates much better over a Wi-Fi network. Just to give you an idea, one of our largest locations, which has been on the new platform for about a year and a half now, they average somewhere between $350,000 to $400,000 a month in credit card processing sales. It's a 6-station location with 3 A920s for ordering and pay at the table. They have 17 different printer setups. It's receipt printers, kitchen printers, and also KDS units. So you're talking about a fairly large restaurant and bar, extremely busy, and they've been utilizing Paradise. And this is a business out of Dallas, Texas. They've been utilizing the system for over a year and a half now, and they absolutely love it. But they were previously using an Aloha system as well. So
Nice. Perfect.
And I think the growing pains of understanding no POS has been perfect for the last ever. I think I can confidently say that nothing's ever gone 100% perfectly. And the change of how, as small and medium businesses have used the capabilities of what the internet and new networking capabilities giving us, we're just now, I feel, getting to the tipping point where we're actually figuring out how to like help a small and medium business do that well and be able to do. And I think it's all of our POS partners and all of our vendors are learning that. And one of the things is that you guys, I think, probably caused and did some headway. You guys did it first. I mean, you were the canary in the coal mine trying to help figure out whether this actually worked, and Paradise was there. You were first to cash discount. You were first to doing some of the peer-to-peer networks. You were then you do that, and you've got to figure out, what is a better way, and you're the ones who are figuring out that and growing through that. And so we appreciate that. And I also appreciate, because what I want to make sure, what I've learned from Paradise over the years, as the marketing guy, I love the stories when I hear, hey, I've got this opportunity in Mississippi and you guys jumped on it and created software just to do it. I've got this, for us, we had Salcha POS, which was a complete debacle, which we built a white label our own POS. Matt did a great job selling it. The white label, the company we bought from, didn't do a great job supporting it. And so we replaced 150 of them in like a short amount of time. I don't remember exactly. And you guys jumped on board. It's that ingenuity that's been very good for us. As I bridge into that, what are the features right now? The networking, the stability is really there, but what are the features right now that you guys are either have introduced in the last several months or are going to be introducing now that you're going to set that foundation for helping take you to that next generation of merchants, that next generation of either hospitality and retail? We haven't even talked about that you do have, but we've talked a lot about hospitality, but we'll bridge into what the retail. What are those features that are setting you apart that you're either already have and you're really excited about, or the ones that are, maybe you can give us a little sneak peek of what's coming?
All right, guys, before you answer that feature question, canary in a coal mine, did you just make that up, Nate? Where did the canary in a coal mine come from?
Okay, I'm not the only one. So raise your hand if you've heard that phrase before.
That was the groove units. You know, the groove POS. That's what we converted for y'all.
But canary in a coal mine, you would when a coal mine, when they're trying to, I don't remember the type of gas, but you have to make sure if they had some type of gas that was
the air was safe.
Carbon monoxide.
Carbon monoxide. Thank you. Okay, and they would send a canary in. If the canary flew back out, they would know it would be safe for the humans to go in it. So you take the canary in there.
That makes a lot more sense. I just never heard that term before. Okay,
sorry. I'm teaching a little bit of history, a little bit of social studies today. Just to, hey, we bring it all here on POS Uncensored. Let's be honest. All right.
Yeah. All right. Okay, back to features.
All right, yes. Who's got a couple features?
Jason or Luke, do y'all want to take this? I seem to have been hogging all the airtime.
Well, what's the new one, guys, that we're hoping to roll out here in the next month or two or by the end of the year? Talk about that.
Yeah, so scan data for tobacco stores, liquor stores, so they can receive additional discounts and better pricing through the tobacco brands. That is ready to go now. We're launching that beta program and signing up merchants. So it's an additional opportunity for the customers, the merchants to save money, the customers to save money, global coupons, and like I said, the buy rates. Depending on their volume, merchants are saving anywhere from $800+ a month between the different options they have. And then order out, that should be available for us to start integrating and signing up merchants before Thanksgiving, which would be great going into the holiday season. Order out a third-party delivery service, or be right into the point of sale and print to the kitchen. And so save the merchants a lot of time. Also provide reporting and some more features available that they don't currently get with 10 different iPads on their account. And then right around the corner, we have Premier payroll service is going to be integrated. So we'll be able to integrate with a payroll service. Now, all of our reports can be downloaded on a CSV file, be converted to Excel spreadsheets, and then imported into any accounting software. But with the direct integration of the payroll service, it's just a seamless step to provide more advantages to the merchants using our software.
Perfect. And for all the partners listening who do not sell to convenience stores, liquor stores, scan data is a big deal. We get that question all the time. Right, so that's an amazing integration that they did. You're going to hear that. If you haven't heard of it before, they're going to want that reporting and that scan data integration. And we have 0 systems right now for restaurant or retail that have an integration to a payroll company. So that's very exciting. Whenever we get that rolled out, that's going to be awesome. So thank you, Jason. Love it. Good things coming. And yes, remember, guys, we do not want them to utilize third-party delivery, but a lot of them need to. And so even more important, sorry, Nate, I know you're DoorDasher or whatever, but we want them to keep their own money. But if they insist or have to use it in their area, going right into their paradise is a big deal.
I tell them that.
Go ahead. Yep.
I'm sorry. I was just going to top off on that. I tell them that you can use those services, but drop your business card with our integrated online ordering services, and then you can phase them out and save money, and all the processing is going through one account.
Absolutely.
Well, and I will say this, everybody knows that I'm a huge, get my stuff delivered to my front door. I have enough going on in my life that I'm willing to tip to get that done. And I like
take you to Kroger's.
I love that. No,
take you to grocery store.
Yeah, it'd be the worst hellish 4 hours of my life. I'm not going to Kroger. But you can take me to Costco or Trader Joe's. Those are the 2 places I sometimes go. But Costco now even delivers. Thank you. But the point is, it's a cost of doing business now, because whether it's DoorDash, Grubhub, Uber Eats, it is the millennials and younger are that's where they're going. They're not going to Yelp. They literally order from, and even like last night, I had a cross-country meet out in Timbuktu, outside on the far east side of Indianapolis. And there was a Chipotle 15 minutes away after my son. And so I ordered it as we left. And as I pulled up to the Chipotle that was halfway back to the house, I was able to pick up the Chipotle and just keep moving. And there's just convenience factors. So I'll move on.
By the way, I grew up on the far east side in Timbuktu, where he's talking about.
So, yeah, I was at, I won't even throw that under the bus. I don't want that publicly record where I actually was. But my kids will see this and those. Let's talk about when I first learned of Paradise. I heard of it as, this is our iPad system, and I put it in the world at the time with the Revels, which was iPad only, and some of the other iPad only systems. There's still Lavu and others. And I know you've made a transition to being, and we don't need to go on the technology. Where are we now? Where are we going on the hardware? Because I even heard Matt mention about, being fully integrated in the PAX devices or other things like that on EPX. Where are we in that transition from being the iPad POS, where I learned from you 8 years ago, to where you are now?
Yeah, so we still are an iPad-based point-of-sale solution, but with our endeavors with the PAX devices, as most of y'all know, it's an Android operating system. So we are currently working on bringing a full-blown Android point-of-sale solution to the Paradise POS family. I cannot currently give you an ETA on that. It is something that is still a work in progress. I'm going to be honest with you. I'd hoped that we had launched it by now, but sometimes when you're building a house, there's delays. So this is one of those situations. I would hope that we have that launched by next year. I'm really shooting for a beta launch in the first quarter of next year for an Android solution for Paradise POS. So for people who hate the iPads, or they're looking for a larger screen solution, where this Android integration is going to get us into that. Not only that, Android also tends to be slightly cheaper. There's some headwinds there in which hopefully we can get a larger point of sale system that's more affordable to the market for everyone that is offering or selling Paradise. And there's some things, I won't get too much into it, but the way that we're building the code doesn't limit us to just Android or iOS. Who knows? Once we get Android launched, see how that goes. Definitely opens up some opportunities where literally we could launch a web-based or a Windows-based Paradise POS as well. So just keep your heads on a swivel. We've got a lot of things coming in the next year or two, some big things that we're working on, and we're starting to see those come into fruition right now at this moment.
Nice. That's good, Gerald, because I have a lot of POSX hardware sitting around here that I would love to someday be able to load the Paradise software, right on there. That look cool, and a customer facing something like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
You didn't have to go to me.
Hey, I don't want to make any promises, but the way that we're building the code and the code base that we're utilizing will give us the maneuverability to do those things. Again, obviously, Android is first and foremost our primary thing that we want to get launched. Having a successful launch and getting that into the market will allow us to consider maybe some other operating systems.
Well, I know Jesse cleared out your storage and sent me truckloads of hardware here, but I got those too. So if you ever want to test one, I'll send you a POSX unit if you want to play around with it.
I may take you up on that.
Yeah, just for a test environment for your dev team, So.
All right. So as we kind of to the back part of this story, one of the reasons we thought about this and are glad you guys jumped on with today is Matt brought up to me recently, said, hey, we're going to be rolling out a promotion. We're going to be talking about new opportunities. So Matt, I'm going to let you drive this conversation, what you want to put out there, but not only are we excited about the direction that Paradise is going, the new updates they've made, the stability that they've brought, the new features that are coming from the scanning to, and man, I mean, how many, I feel like every corner and every place I go, no matter where I travel in the US, there's another vape shop, smoke shop, CBD shop, something that needs some type of scanning. We're excited about those, but we're also excited about some of the opportunity to roll this and kind of re-promote this to our partner base. Matt, how do we drive that discussion? I didn't even really ask you ahead of time. What do you want to announce today?
No, that's okay. There's two parts to this as of right now that we're rolled out in September. And then I'll also do a different promotion just for Q4. But for everyone that has sold Paradise before, we've talked about it, we will no longer be selling this for $49 a month. It will be lowered to $39.99. It's under $40 a month. And so now we're coming in lower than Clover. Even the Pay Anywhere terminal that everyone can give away for free has a higher SaaS fee than that. And we're really promoting this for 2 and more stations. Okay. If we get merchants with 2 or more stations during this promotion we're running, all setup fees will be waived. And so that is huge right now. I'm going to do some other fun discounts towards the hardware to help you guys out. Remember, they have to be doing dual pricing. Okay, cash discount. We need to see statements, but we want to help get more of these out there right now. Any of you who have not sold Paradise in a while, but you know the software, come on back. Now's the time. So that's it for now, Nick. I know in September we're going to do another big rollout that I'm probably have Gerald do with me. It's got to be all professional, though, Gerald. We have to do a slide deck. It's not as cool as Nate and I just.
That's fine. We'll do it. But that's an amazing offer. So I hope that the listeners and the viewers really get excited about that, because that's an amazing offer. $39.99 to the market.
Our lowest.
Extremely competitive pricing for a full blown point of sale system that has all the features and functionalities that Paradise offers. So thank you for helping us get out there. And yeah, I'd love to help with some additional rollouts throughout the year. Maybe we can do a big Christmas giveaway or something of that sort. So let's figure it out. But I'm no F-150s, Matt.
I understand. I think I don't know if I ever told you this, Gerald, but a long time ago we had a POS kind of group of our top agents at Diamond Ring, and I did a comparison to Clover to Paradise. Just taking all of the features that regular Paradise $39.99 comes with it, and how much would that cost for me to add all these stupid apps to get my Clover to do those same things? And the monthly came out. I want to say it was like $167. It was over $150 a month just to
And
get the exact same feature. That's how many
and Matt,
features Paradise has, guys. It's amazing.
when did you do that comparison, Matt?
Oh, geez, that was Clover probably has another 1,000 apps by now. That was 2017 or 18. Nate, what do you think? Somewhere around then. Let's see. How old's Mackenzie? Mackenzie's 7, and Morgan was pregnant. So yeah, it's probably 2017.
So what's crazy about that is Clover's probably increased their pricing at least
Oh
four
yeah.
times since then,
Oh,
right?
they have. It
And
was so early in our relationship that we didn't even have anybody from Paradise come up because we
right.
didn't we didn't know you guys that well yet. We were just starting to crank them out and sell them, and it was like, let's get our guys away from Clover.
And
So,
Matt, I think you can attest to this. I mean, y'all have mentioned how long y'all have been partners with us. How many times have we raised our pricing?
ha, zero. Well, hardware costs change, but that's
Hardware, I
anyway.
can.
Yeah,
I'm talking about
iPads.
on the software side.
Apple tries to
Absolutely.
jack their stuff up, but no, no, no. Monthly SaaS fee never changed, and
So
that's huge.
it absolutely is, and that's the plan here. We're not one of these companies that want to come in and lowball offer, whether it be the agents or partners, and then come in a year or two and start trying to jack up our SaaS fees to generate more revenue. We set a SaaS fee that we're comfortable with to go to market, and we want to achieve more revenue by more growth, not by making more money off of each account. So, now that being said, we've got ancillary products, and that helps us obviously, but for the most part, nearly everything that Paradise is capable of doing is included in that monthly SaaS fee. There's very few third-party ancillary items that come into play that would add additional cost to the sale of a point of
Right.
sale system.
Which our agents know that, like online ordering, there's certain things they're always going to have that additional.
Absolutely.
So, well, Nate, I know we're getting towards the end here. You ready to drive it home? Oh, you're muted now. Man, you're hitting all kinds of buttons over
Well,
there.
no, I hit the cough button earlier because I had a little bit of cough, but I always forget to. It's yeah. Here's the deal. I think one Paradise is a proven system that continues to improve, that iterates to make sure that we can meet the merchant's needs, and we're going to see that it's priced in a way that it comes to the market that sets it apart from the Clovers and the Squares and those worlds that you're competing against, and gives you just another tool to be able to walk in, because people are scared of paying that monthly. So if you can come to the market with a 2-station $39.99 a month, and you have limited setup fees, and we're going to be able to help with a lot of that hardware fees as you come through. It's a great opportunity to be able to get into that markets, and then find some markets that are unique, especially when we get to when they're rolling out the scanning and things like that. It's going to be really, really cool. I'm going to ask the team from Paradise, and I'm going to give you about 10 seconds to think about this. So I'm sorry about that. Give me a 1 to 2 sentence reason why a partner of PayProTec should go out and sell Paradise to their merchants. Okay, I'll make Gerald go first, and then Jason, and then Luke, so you guys get a little longer. Consider the
Oh
CEO
wow.
has to know, right?
Put
You'll be
me
able to
on the
put
spot. Yeah.
Elevator pitch.
Support. Bottom line, I'm just going to go there. Anyone can. There's a lot of other iPad-based point of sale systems or tablet-based point of sale systems. We pride ourselves on our service of our clients. Again, I opened up with, we want to win their business every day. We want to win the resellers' business every day. 24/7 in-house tech support. Hours of operation are from 8 to 7 p.m. in the office, but then literally nights and weekends, emergency tech support is available. It's rang directly to my tech support cell phones. We monitor all the calls, we track it, we know how many calls we get in each day, servicing, time frame of the calls, things of that sort. We're extremely service oriented. We monitor those, and bottom line is we should be there when you need us. We should be there when your merchants need us, and that's our ultimate goal.
Perfect. All right, I'm gonna go Luke and then Jason. All right, I know I forget what I said already. I think I said Jason then Luke. Jason, you're up, then Luke.
Okay, the support that's a great one. I'd say two other things is going to be we have very flexible software that can fit many different vertical types, and we have the marketing documentation to help support and sell it, and then also we provide longevity to processing accounts. Bottom line.
Awesome.
Nice.
And Luke.
It's a feature-rich software, which we already went over, which is awesome. But in the event that a merchant is looking for a specific feature, if there's value in that feature and it's a smart idea, we have an in-house programming team, so we can turn that around, anywhere from 2 weeks to a few months. If it's a more in-depth feature, it might take a little bit longer than that, but we have that in-house to build in new features to the software. So very customizable and flexible.
Awesome. And on behalf of our Paradise team, thank you so much for joining us. And
Thank
Matt
you.
Proctor, thank you guys for being part. We will be back, I think, in
Thank you, guys.
3 weeks. We take a little bit of hiatus, but we're doing a recorded episode. We're not able to record. We're going to be at WSA in 2 weeks, so please join us if you're at WSAA. And next week, Matt's not able to join us, but I may be jumping on with something different, but I haven't decided yet. On behalf of our PFPT team, thank you so much. Thank you, Paradise, and we'll see you next time.
Thank
Bye,
you.
everybody.
Thank you,
Thank you,
guys.
guys.
Thank you.